Hello, my name is Sharon. I was born in Canada, but my parents were born in Vietnam. And I'm here in Japan right now as an one-year exchange student. Back home, I major in biology and Japanese. And I really like singing, dancing, reading, traveling. I would have to say I'm passionate about music. I believe music passes all language barriers and like everyone can enjoy music. And when you're creating music together, it shows a different side of people. It was really hard for me because Japan, especially Tokyo, is a really big city, and I came from a city of 1 million people, so the thought of private space or like your own personal bubble didn't really exist in Japan, and I was really overwhelmed, I think, by everything. In Canada, I made a lot of Japanese friends, and I really wanted to study abroad, so I figured studying abroad in Japan would be the best option for me. My first day in Japan, I remember it being really hot and humid, and I was really excited for everything, but I really didn't know where to start. I think I'm surprised by the amount of paperwork I have to fill in Japan. Even renting a place, I had to fill in the same form like 20 times because I couldn't write the G right. And yes. There were definitely difficult moments. It was my first time living by myself, so I had to do all the chores, but I was also living with a roommate, and so there was also dealing with living with her and compromising. I think the hardest thing to adjust to was speaking Japanese all the time and getting used to not being able to express what I want. So I have to have patience when communicating with people. Yes, I did have a friend who helped me a lot in the beginning. He went to Canada to study English, but he returned to Japan, and he would help us. He went to the company to, what am I saying? He went with us to the renting company to fill out our contract, but it took like 5 hours and he was just helping us, and yeah, I felt really bad because I couldn't really like give him anything. My childhood was relatively calm. I was a really shy child, so I didn't really have many friends, but I stayed at home a lot, and I hung out with my brother a lot, and yeah. I think maybe when my grandma died, but I was in Japan, and when my mom told me the news, I really wanted to go back to Canada, but my mom was like, no, you should stay there because we can't really do anything over here. But I was just seeing my mom suffering over the screen, and I couldn't really do anything for her. But yeah. I think one of the things I regret most is not spending enough time with my family. When I was in Canada, I would always hang out with my friends. But now that I'm in Japan, I realized I really miss them. I think what I miss most is the food. I really want to have like a juicy hamburger, not one of those McDonald's hamburgers or like freshness burger, but like actual grilled on the barbecue hamburger. I guess one of my happiest moments is getting to see my favorite band live in Japan on my birthday. Oh, that was amazing. Wow, you're a pretty funny guy. But I think one of the favorite memories was when we were eating aburasoba together and you were complaining about there are no pictures. No. I would say Koshiro is a man of few words, but the words that he does say are really funny or like really meaningful. I've always wanted to ask you, why did you join our circle? Was it an international festival? I would have to say the best memory is definitely when we finished the performance and everyone was like, we could take a breath of fresh air and we accomplished something together. And yeah, the uchiage camps were also really fun.